Dude, I collect credit cards like people collect baseball cards. Like, here's.
And how many deals have you done total?
I've done 6 total.
6 total. And every one of those was funded with business credit cards, right?
That is correct, yes.
We were able to acquire $75,000 so that we were able to get our truck and everything that we needed to acquire for our business to be successful. And like I said, it's all due to Fund and Grow.
I was a corporate HR executive. I got tired of dealing with people, right?
Right.
So, I mean, I don't know how it ended up with tenants, but what I did discover, though, is the quickness and the way that you get aggressive, you get off the freaking couch and believe in yourself and start taking some action, the quickness in what you will do as far as building wealth. I could have never done this making the money I made working 24/7 for somebody else, right?
That's
awesome. No one will ever have access to me 24/7 ever again. I will control my destiny.
Fund and Grow! Fund and Grow.
Fund and Grow! So you guys just heard from some of our gracious paid actors. No, I'm just kidding. The only one that was paid was Matt. All right, serious mode. Let's get into it. So this is the presentation today. We're going to be talking about business credit and how we empower your students' dreams through funding their dreams. So let's get it right into it. One thing I wanted to start with and let you guys know, we're doing a giveaway where we're giving away 2 memberships every single month for the rest of the year. We've been doing it all year. The membership costs $4,000 usually, and it will build our clients up to $250,000. This is our way of giving back with the pandemic, with all the businesses that are shut down, people struggling, and this is just our way of giving back. So if you guys are interested, anyone here, you can go to membershipgiveaway.com. You can enter, you can go to our YouTube channel, and then you'll be able to see the live video when we actually announce the winner. And we're giving away 2 of those, so that's like $100,000 in free services that we're giving away for the entire year of 2021, and that could build up to $12 million in funding. So that's something that we're really proud of. But a lot of you guys are selling coaching, you're dealing with newer investors, some of them are seasoned investors, whatever the case is. But what is the number one objection students face when it comes to doing more deals or even buying or enrolling in your high ticket coaching program, right? A lot of times we see people coming up with excuses, arguing for their limitations, right? I can't do it. I don't know how to do it. You got to fail forward. I don't have the time. Well, that's just an excuse. We all know that. Everyone's got time. You just got to make time. So I don't have the connections. It's just about getting started. But the biggest one that we feel is like a real roadblock that really stops people from moving forward. I know it stopped me personally from moving forward and getting into real estate and actually getting my first deal done. It was money. It was capital. I didn't want to come out of pocket. I didn't want to use my personal credit. And that really kind of held me where I was at. I didn't have the confidence to pull the trigger when a deal came across my desk. But with Nick Perry, this is a good example. He's one of our clients. You saw him on the video when we started. He actually told me point blank that if it wasn't for Fund and Grow, he wouldn't have been able to 10x his business because he's all about pay-per-click marketing. He's a nationwide real estate wholesaler, and his number one way to drive leads, to generate sales or leads and deals, is pay-per-click. And he was spending, I don't know how much he was spending. I know he went from doing $40,000 a month to now doing $400,000 a month. And I'm pretty sure he was making $40,000, and now that's what he's spending every month in marketing. And he's using the credit we got for him. As you can see, he's got his business credit cards in a binder, kind of like baseball cards or Pokemon cards or something. He got $300,000, but now he's a client again with us. He re-enrolled with us, and he's up to over $500,000. And he says he hasn't paid for a vacation, and without this type of liquidity, he wouldn't have been able to make the growth happen. If you guys want to check out that interview, feel free. We got a whole playlist of interviews on our YouTube channel, but I just wanted to share that with you guys, give you a little more background about Nick Perry. He's also launching a course now, so he'll probably be at this event sooner or later. So what is Fund and Grow? What exactly is it that we do? So Fund and Grow's been in the lending space for 30 years. We originated out of a mortgage brokerage in California, and then Dave Candle's the guy who started the company. And then Ari and I have taken it over and grown the company to where it's at now. We've been in the business for 13 years. We've acquired over $1 billion in funding. We have over 50 employees in our office, and we're on the Inc. 5000 list going on 5 years in a row. We've got over 250,000 followers and subscribers, and we've helped over 25,000 paying clients, real estate investors, and business owners who have gone through the program, gotten funding, and that's how we were able to establish $1 billion in funding. So I just want to give you a little background about us. Here's another interview I did, a client who actually bought his first 6 investment properties using the credit that we got for him through Fund and Grow. He got over $230,000. He talks about in the interview how his credit score jumped up basically 100 points. This guy never bought an investment property before. He bought his first 6 investment properties as a cash buyer using the business credit that we got for him, and he's now holding those properties. He's done a cash out refinance, and he's now holding those properties, collecting over $3,500 a month in rent. He got some really great deals. That's Maurice, if you guys want to check him out. So what exactly do we do, right? I'm talking to all these different things. Let's just clear it up real quick. What is it that we do? So we offer a done-for-you consulting service where we acquire and build zero-interest business credit that doesn't show up on your personal credit report. Startups and seasoned business owners qualify. It's really more about your credit. It's a credit-based application. If you don't have an entity, clients don't have an entity. A lot of students are startups. They've done one flip. Maybe they don't have an entity yet. We set that up for them. We're also going to prepare the credit report for funding. So what does that mean? Well, personal credit is the qualifier, and that's really it. So we help people prepare. We correct inaccurate things on their report and really get them into a really lendable situation so that they can get approved for the maximum amount of funding possible. And we know exactly how to do that. We know the criteria the banks are looking for because we submit over 2,500 applications per month, and we acquire $15 million every month in new funding, right? So we know the criteria, we know what it takes to get the maximum amount of funding, and in order to ensure that, we negotiate each account. So we get on the phone with the underwriter, the decision maker at the bank, and we make sure that that application that we submit for our client is reviewed by a human being, because a lot of times the computer just automatically denies it based on the algorithm. A human being doesn't even review it. You might have a 750 credit score, and I've had clients tell me this all the time. They go and apply on their own, they can't get approved. But when they come through Fund and Grow, they get $50,000, $100,000. It's because of the negotiations process, actually getting it reviewed by a human being. That brings in 70 to 80% more funding. It's very important, and we really recommend anyone, if they want to do this on their own, make sure you do that process right there. We do 3 rounds of funding throughout the 12-month membership. That's how we build up to $250,000, right? So each round of funding is separated by about 6 months. And each round can build up to $100,000. We do the first round in the beginning, the second round 6 months in, and the third round at the very end. And what does that do? It gives you more zero interest business credit. So our clients are able to maintain the amount of time they have their balance at zero interest because of the way that we apply. We apply systematically once in the beginning, once 6 months in, and again after 12 months. And that extends the amount of time that they have zero interest. We can get up, like I said, up to $125,000 in the first 3 to 4 weeks. And then second round, third round, I explain that. Inquiry removal after each round, we help with that. That way we can get those pesky inquiries removed. Even though they're only 2 to 3 points each, it's still something that we really like to do because it keeps the client's credit in really good standing overall. That brings me to the consulting service that we provide and how this can be really eye-opening for a lot of people, because on your credit report, so this is a consumer level report right here, right? You can see 2 separate accounts, and that's it. This is a bank level report, and as you can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 9 accounts showing on that bank level report. So what's the point here? There's a lot more data here, and this is just like jumbled up, it's spread out, it's not very efficient when it comes to the space. This right here includes a lot more data, and it includes more data than what you'll see on your consumer report. So just to give you an example of why we're looking at this, a lot of times there's inaccurate things on this report that you won't see on this report, and that's why we're always looking at a mortgage bank level report. So for example, the months reviewed field right here, this account is showing 1 month reviewed, right? 1 month reviewed, but if you look over here at the date open field, the date open field shows it was open in 2005. So that's like, what, 17 years ago? And he's only got 1 month of reviewed. So that means it's only been reviewed 1 month. So when they run your credit report and this one is showing up in the months reviewed field, it's actually making it appear as if you have a new account right here, even though this account's been open since 2005. You should have like 75 months reviewed or something like that. You know, a very high number. So when you apply and you have this type of an inaccuracy on your report, the code pops up that says too many new accounts, but really this account's from 05. It's just showing 1 month's reviewed because it's an error. So these are the types of errors that we help you correct. One other example before I move on. In the high credit field, that's the limit field, right? So have you guys ever heard of like a fair and flexible spending or a no limit card or whatever, one of these high-end cards, right? A lot of times in the limit field, these high-end cards that have no limit actually show a 0 in the limit field. Why is that a problem? Can anyone tell me why it's a problem that there's a 0 showing in the limit field? How could that be a problem? Basically, when it shows a 0 in the limit field, anytime you put a balance on the card, now you're over your limit. What is that going to do? It's going to throw your debt to credit ratio out of whack. So it's going to make you look like you're overextended because this person has a $5,000 balance on this card, but really the limit is showing 0. So that means he's $5,000 over his limit. That's going to make his debt to credit appear as if he's maxed out or overextended. But in reality, it's an inaccuracy on the credit report that's holding him down. And we see this kind of stuff all the time. So that's why in the beginning of our process, we're really stringent on reviewing credit reports and coming up with a plan of action, making sure everything's accurate before we apply so that we can make sure that we're going to make that client really happy and get them as much funding as possible, because that's the name of the game. Everybody wants as much as possible, so we're not going to just push people forward if they're not going to qualify. If we see anything we can do to improve the report, we're going to do that. So why use business credit? It doesn't show up on your personal report. It keeps your personal scores high. It makes doing a cash out refinance easily. I've had plenty of clients tell me how that's made their cash out go through smoother. It's 0 interest for an average of 12 months. We help you maintain it beyond that initial 12-month period. You can spend and earn cash back, free travel. It literally pays for itself. And then you'll also be able to negotiate and close deals as a cash buyer. That's huge because you could send wires directly to the title company, right? You don't even have to think twice about it. It's super easy. There's no proof of income. It's stated income and projections. And the only real qualifier is your personal credit score and your history, but the business credit doesn't show up on your personal report. Business credit not showing on your personal report is important because now your personal scores will stay high. So when you go and do that cash out refinance or whatever, you're going to get it with ease. So here's another guy I interviewed, Gabe. He did 8 renovations. He covered the renovations with the credit that we got for him. He got $290,000. He has like a roommate rental business, kind of affordable housing situation he's got going on. And he's helping a lot of people out. He was skeptical just like everybody. Everybody thinks it's too good to be true. But he signed up, and in his first round, he got $95,000. Quick comparison, hard money's great. I'm not bashing hard money at all, but when you compare the cost of the two, you can see hard money with 12% interest on a $100,000 loan is going to be roughly $12,000 in interest if you go the full 12 months. And then you got the 3%, 3 points on the origination. It's about a $3,000 fee. So you're looking at about $15,000 if you play it all out. With business credit, it's only going to cost you the wire transfer fee, which is 2.85%. On $100,000, that's $2,850. You got about 12 months of 0 interest, so that's really your only fee, other than what you would pay Fund&Grow if you were going to become a client. But when you show this, it's a big difference. $15,000 versus $2,850 to do the same exact deal, and you don't have to deal with getting the hard money lender to approve it. So that's pretty eye-opening. Eric Henson loved that. He closed 3 cash deals as a cash buyer. He closed 3 of them, and he's already cash out refinanced those deals. He did that all within like 5 months of being a client with us. He told me on the interview that now he's going to be able to add, instead of 10 rentals a year, he's going to be able to add 20 rentals a year because he's got this credit. He even says, I tried to do it on my own and I only got $2,000. That's our team in front of our new office building. We just moved in September. Like I said, we have over 50 employees now, and we're still growing. So what would you guys think like $50,000 to $250,000 could do for your clients? Do you think it would help them succeed faster if they had that credit, that buying power? I think so. What do you guys think? I also use it. I don't only sell it, or I don't only run the company. I also practice what I preach. I'm doing flips, as you can see. This is one of my flips right here in Hernando Beach. This one's here in Weeki Wachee, Florida. That's a pool house, 2,000 square feet. It's almost done. This one's also almost done. I'm probably gonna hold those properties. I was gonna do a flip, but you know, I'm starting to really lean into the idea of actually building my rental portfolio. Transactions are great, but I want the property for long term so I could actually get the most out of it. This is a flip I did last year. I actually listed that flip right there in the beginning of COVID, right in March, and I had 3 full price offers at my asking, or 3 full price offers within 3 days, and I closed or got it under contract within 3 days. So we went over the uses. You can literally buy as a cash buyer because of the wire transfer. You can rehab. Wholesalers now can become the cash buyer, fund your portfolio. You can use it for marketing, like I was telling you how Nick's doing it. You could also finance coaching programs, which is great. Like a lot of you guys are selling coaching programs, so you can literally finance your coaching program at 0%. And we've done this for many other seminar and coaching companies. Real quick, we just wanted to break down like how we got to where we're at. We have 50 employees, we're doing 10 million now, we're doing 15 million a year. But in order to get to 10 million a year, a big part of that was affiliate relationships. Just like a lot of the people in this room, we have affiliate relationships with Fund and Grow, and it got us to where we're at. So I just want to say thank you guys for supporting us all this time. But you know, some of the things that we kind of our company culture and vision is just all about integrity and systemization and actually caring about clients, having integrity and creating that type of culture where it's just positive mindsets and we're all focused on delivering, you know, the best and most immediate service we can. And then also, of course, the client acquisition system, affiliates. That was our first focus. Like I said, it got us to 10 million a year. Now paid traffic, Facebook, Google, YouTube is getting us over 15 million a year. And the delivery system, quality control, we don't like drop balls, we're on top of things, our communication is top notch, and that's all comes from standard operating procedures and recording those processes and then training and ingraining that into the team. And then of course, affiliate program and funnel automation allows us to basically replicate each funnel and convert at a very high rate with so many different affiliates in so many different industries. And of course, attracting and retaining top talent, taking great care of our work family. That's why we've gotten to where we're at, because we have such an amazing team. And here's some of our partners. You guys might have heard of Tim Randall. Hey Tim, what's up? Tom, how you doing? Bob, Matt. You know, I love you guys. Thank you guys for the support. Ross, everybody that's here, thank you guys for all the support all these years. Here's an example of a commission check we've got for one of our clients. This one's $72,000, but we've had an affiliate get paid $109,000 in 1 month, because our affiliate program pays handsomely and it pays for life. It's not just when we do the webinar, it's ongoing years into the future. Here's a quote from Kent and Chris. You know, they like working with us. You know, I love working with these guys. I can't say how grateful I am for all of you guys in the room that I've been working with for all these years. And you know, it's really allowed us to grow our team and get to where we're at. So thank you guys so much for your time today. If anyone wants to connect and would like to get a free gift, we're gonna send out some gifts. So shoot me a text message and send me your address, and then we can also chat about maybe working together on some level. But anyway, thanks again for your time, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Let's go!